Okay, ladies. So, we are going to start sitting onto our pillow or bolster or whatever you have at home. And we're just going to get started by kind of going back over a few of the breathwork activities we've done so far, but then also introducing a little bit of sound into our breathwork, and then a method called the cooling breath, which can be really nice, particularly if you're due a summer baby, because obviously carrying 50% more blood and that extra heaviness of a bump around and everything else. Some people also suffer a little bit more with the heat during pregnancy, and they find it a little bit overwhelming. And this breath work can just be a really nice way to cool down. And it's actually a really nice one as well, just in terms of meditation, because it focuses your energy away from discomfort or away from that feeling of overwhelm, and just grounds you back down into it all. So, whatever way feels comfortable for you to sit onto your pillow or bolster, or if you just want to sit on the couch or a chair at home, that's absolutely no problem. And then if you are going to have your feet to the ground, maybe just bear in mind that a little blanket underneath the ankles can be nice. And then also, just so you're aware, I will be wearing socks for this, but I would recommend, if you are going to wear socks, to get the ones with grips at the bottom of them, because you obviously don't want to slip or injure yourself. So we're going to come into a cross-legged position, whatever way that looks for you, whatever way is comfortable. Don't worry too much about having a perfect posture, but what you do want to remember is when you are seated, whether that's on a bed or just in general, and you're wanting to create a little bit more room for baby, just notice that the bottom of your ribs and the top of your pelvis, those bones there at the side that you can kind of palpate, they want to be in line. So you don't want to be sticking out too much, because that puts a lot of pressure on the low back, but you also don't want to be curving in this way, because that can feel really squished and cause indigestion and everything, the tummy. And then also you might have foot, arm, leg, head, whatever, going up into the ribs. So we want to create lots of space. We want to create space through the shoulders, allow them to come up to the ears, send them back and down, and just allow them to rest comfortably. Allow the eyes to close down. And just find your steady breath, allowing yourself to drop into this moment and drop out of your day-to-day life, just for the next little while, for you to be able to have a moment to bond with this little baby that is soon to be in your arms. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. One more through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Allow everything to relax downwards, for your body to feel supported and safe. Just allow yourself to drop in and feel the sensations of the body. Notice any areas of niggles or discomfort, and can you send your breath to that area and just allow it to relax? And a nourishing breath to the area that feels tight or is causing tension. And also acknowledge any feelings that are coming up for you this week. Maybe you feel great, maybe you feel full of energy. Hold on to that. Bring your awareness to it, reflect on it. Maybe you're feeling tired or sore. And know that this will pass, but that it's bringing you one step closer to your big. Allow these feelings to arise and allow them to be acknowledged and be okay with them. And then try to let them go. Try not to put any extra unnecessary energy on these moments. Whatever will be, will be. Trust your body that it's doing everything it needs to do. Trust your baby and you. Work as a team. And then from here, we're going to inhale and exhale through our nose, bringing awareness to our belly. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, it sinks back. Notice the cooling sensation of the inhale on your nose. And the warm sensation of the exhale on your nose. Inhaling and exhaling. And then bring this awareness to the ribs, the side body. If it feels good, place the hands onto the side of the ribs and just feel the ribs expand as you inhale. And feel this grounding sensation as you exhale. Pairing both movements together, the belly and the ribs. And then allow the hands to slide up towards the collarbones and on the chest. And watch as the inhale lifts the collarbones. And the exhale allows them to be gently placed back. Pairing these three movements together. Finding that yogic breath. And now just continuing this for a few moments with the eyes closed down, maybe placing the hands back to rest on the legs. We're going to keep this steady breath moving, but on our exhale, we're going to create some sound, downward, primitive noise, a moan or a groan. It just allows us to tap into our body a little bit more. And the reason we do this is because our larynx and our uterus are very closely linked, along with our jaw and our pelvic muscles. So we really want a nice relaxed jaw. Maybe give it a little rub, relax it down, notice any tension in behind the ears or along the neck. And can you just soften it a little bit more? And as you do that, can you notice if you can soften the pelvic floor? Let go of any tightness or tension in the sphincters. Just soften and release. And if you ever look up a picture of a larynx, our throat, vocal cords, and your uterus, they are very similar in shape. And they correlate to one another a lot. And during birth, it's really nice to be able to allow noise to come through. And then send that noise downwards, head deep, strong groans, downward moving to help baby move out. So when we inhale, we breathe in through the nose, take a deep breath, that yogic breath. And when we exhale, inhale. One more inhale. Just allow the sound to vibrate around you. Feel it as it moves down through the body. Just notice any sensations that come up for you. Really nice. And then from here, we're going to move into our cooling breath. So maybe this is not one that you want right now, but it's a skill that you can have for future reference. And what we're going to do, there's two options. First option is using your tongue. You're going to place the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And then inhale, allowing the air to move to the side of the under tongue. And then as you exhale, you just let it go, let the tongue sit back and breathe out as normal. Option two is to create a U shape with the tongue. And from here, it's like we do as a child sometimes, and you create a little hollow tunnel with the tongue, this shape, and you breathe in, you suck the air in through that tunnel, and it can be really cooling on the body. It cools down the face, and then eventually that goes throughout the body. And then you exhale as normal, letting your tongue go. So maybe try both options and just see which one works for you. So we're going to inhale through your tongue in whatever position you prefer. Try them both. And then you exhale, just let it go. Just notice and you feel that cooling sensation trickle around the body. Inhale. Exhale. Then, in your own time, whatever length breath feels good in the body. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really nice. And then just allow the eyes to gently blink open in front of you. Notice any subtle changes in the body. Relax everything down. Just take a few moments here. And then we're going to start to roll the shoulders towards the ears, send them back and down, bringing in some movement into the practice now. And as we do so, I want you to begin to create this movement in the spine as well. So as we move forward, so just our chest. And as we move back, we reach to the back of the room. We move forward, maybe the gaze lifts, the chin lifts, and as we move back, it chucks. Just notice any sensations in this wave-like motion. Can you really get into each niggle and wiggle here? Moving slow with the breath. Really nice. And then from here, we're going to pause in a neutral position of the spine. We're placing our right hand down towards the mat, fingertips long, and our left hand's coming up and over as we bend into that right elbow, creating some space down that left side body. Breathe. Bend into a little bit more. Maybe twist the chest towards the sky. Create more space through that left body. And then we're swooping that left hand towards the front. And we're moving the right hand to follow and moving to the opposite side. Right hand comes up and over, open through the chest, through the ribs, look towards the sky. Breathe here. Keep reaching with that right hand. And then round again, opposite side, reaching as you go. Reach, reach, reach. And opposite side, really nice. Keep breathing, and then we're going to create a little bit more fluidity in the pose as we go from right to left. Switching sides. Keep breathing. Make sure it's an active pose. Really open through the chest. Open through the ribs. And then come back to center. Lift the arms towards the sky. And then bend at the elbows, wide arms. Press the hands back. And then reach them forward, chin to chest, as though someone's pulling your hands in the opposite direction. Inhale, lift it up. Press the chest. Exhale, reach it under. Chin is tucked. Inhale, lift it up. Press the chest. And exhale, reach it up. Inhale, come back to center. From here, we're just going to take our left hand down. Our right hand is coming up and over to tip the right fingertips off the left ear. And then give it a slight pull towards the right. Keep reaching those left hands away from you to feel this nice stretch down the side of the left neck. Breathe here. Find that nice breath that we started with. And then release the right hand down. Opposite hand comes up and over, touches off the ear. And we press just gently, just a little. Keep reaching with those right fingertips. Lovely. And release. And then we're pressing the hands into the chest. We're pulling the skin of the chest as we tilt the head back. And then I really want you to focus on the jaw loosening here. So allow those bottom teeth to move in front of the top teeth and just slide right to left, right to left. Really nice. Forwards and backwards. Don't worry about anyone watching you. Really nice. And then release the chin to the chest. Place the hands to the back of the head. Interlace the fingers and press the head slightly down, just with a little extra force. And then we're reaching with the right elbow towards the sky to do a little twist. Hands stay to the back of the head. And opposite side, right elbow to the center, left elbow to the sky. Back to center. Open up the chest. Let the hands come back down. Really nice. From here, if you want to remove any of your props, you can do so. Otherwise, staying with your blanket beneath you, we're going to reach both legs out wide. You can use your hand under to just help. And from here, if you find that lengthening out the legs creates a little bit of pain for you, you can always place your blocks just under the knees as a little extra support. This can be really nice, especially if you're suffering with pelvic girdle pain or sciatica or any of those lovely things that come along with you. So from here, we're just going to take a few moments to move through our breaststroke. So we're pressing the hands in at the chest, and then we're reaching them forward, and we're swimming through the air as we move back. We reach forward, Inhale, we come back up. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, back. Really nice. And reach forward. And then I want you to bring in those soft rose petal lips. This time we're inhaling to come forward. Soft rose petal lips as we move back. Lift the lips, loosen the jaw. Really nice. And remove the blocks if they're there. And then I'm going to let you bring your right knee to a bend. Allow that right foot to press up against the thigh. And then from here, we're reaching with our left hand down towards that left foot. The right one comes behind us and it comes up and over. Really nice. Keep pressing into the body here, allowing all of the nice, juicy, loosey feelings to come in. And then from here, allow the right hand to come back up. And if it feels like in your practice today, something that you would like to come to, we're going to press the right hand down behind us. We're pressing down through our legs, and we're going to lift our pelvis into the sky and lift that left hand up with us. And then we're bringing it back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, bring it down. And then can you engage that pelvic floor? On the way up, we're squeezing up through the sphincters on an exhale. And as we inhale, we relax and release them. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze and lift. And lower down. Exhale, lift. And lower. Really nice. Opposite side. We're going to bring that left foot in. Just give it a little butterfly flutter for a moment. And then opposite leg stretches out. Keep that left knee in. Tuck in the left foot. And then we're reaching that right hand down towards that right foot. And the left hand is coming up and over. Really nice. Keep pressing into the parts of the body that feel like they need a little bit of extra love today. Gaze can be up towards the sky or out to the side or down, depending on the feeling in your neck. And then as we move, we take the left hand behind us. We reach that right hand to the sky and we press into the legs to lift the pelvis up. Really nice. And then bring it down. Inhale and exhale in your own time. But as we exhale, we're engaging that pelvic floor. Really nice. And release it down. And then from here, we're bringing both knees together. We're letting them fall to one side to allow ourselves to come back up so that we are in our tabletop position. Maybe you place the blanket under the knees here. If the knees feel like they need a little bit of extra support, completely fine. And just have your blocks close by to the front of the mat and nothing behind you to have a trip hazard. And then just find your position that feels most comfortable for you. Maybe your knees need to come a little bit wider. And then from here, we're just going to start rocking forwards and backwards. And we're going to find that soft rose petal lips again. So as we inhale, we relax. As we exhale, soft rose petal. Maybe bringing that movement into the spine, that wave-like movement where we reach forward, we ripple forward. And then exhale, tilt the tailbone and push back. Round through the back as you come forward. Exhale, soft rose petal lips. Really nice. And come forward again. Find your stillness here. We take the right hand, we press down, we lift the left hand to the sky, and we follow that left hand as it threads through to the opposite side, shoulder and head coming down to follow. Thread the needle here and just press and relax, press and relax. And then we lift left hand to the sky, follow with your gaze, and release it back to opposite side. Right hand coming to the sky. Right hand threads through, shoulder and head towards the ground. Take a few moments. And reach it all the way back up. Follow with your gaze and release the hands down. Really nice. From here, we're going to walk our hands all the way up the body. Really nice. We're going to take a few circles here with the hips. This can be just nice during a surge. Move through a surge. Find your breath. Focus on your breathing. Move in the opposite direction. Soft lips, loose jaw. Soften the pelvis. Really nice. And then from here, if you're moving through a surge, this could be your position that you move in. And then when you're in between a surge, you walk the hands back down, you come onto the forearms and you come into your pelvic floor side relief. Just ensuring that the body can lengthen out here. And maybe we just wag the tail, rocking side to side. That feels good. Having the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels better for you. And just rocking rose petal lips. Really nice. And then walk the hands back up, come back up into that circling position. Circle the hips, or you can move into a figure of 8. Don't worry about it too much. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then come to stillness here. Maybe bring the knees a little bit closer together. And from here, using our strength of our left leg, we're lifting the right leg out to one side, really grounding down through the whole base of the right foot into your gate pose. And then your right arm is coming up and over. And release it down. Up and over. Release it down. Now find that pelvic floor as we push to the other side. So right hand comes to the hip. Left hand comes up and over. And come down. Exhale. Squeeze the sphincters. Inhale. Release it out. Exhale. Inhale. Really nice. One more to this side. And then come back to center. From here, you're keeping the leg out to one side as you walk the hands back down, using your blocks if you need. And then you're sliding that right foot up to the front of the mat. And just keep nice space between your bump and your legs so that you can come into this kind of lunge position. If you want the blocks in front of you, putting them on any height that feels good. And we're just going to stay in this lunge for a few moments. And then we're walking back. Maybe the blocks come with you and the toes lift, the heel of the foot stays in. And then we walk it forward, come into that lunge, press down. Inhale, walk it. Exhale, walk it forward. Inhale, walk it back. Really nice. Exhale, walk it forward. Inhale, walk it back. And stay here for a moment. pressing down through the chest, gaze to the floor, lift the toes if it feels nice. And just stay here. Take a few breaths. And bring it forward again. Release the blocks down. And we're sliding that right foot out to the side again. Keeping our body forward though, we're going to rock forwards and backwards. Bum to the heel of the left foot and then come forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. This is a really nice way of opening the pelvis and the hips. Getting ready for birth. Really nice. Keep breathing here. And come to center. Release that foot back to come alongside the left. And just rock side to side again. Maybe moving through your figure of 8. Bring the hips to one side. Cross in the middle. Lean forward. Opposite way. Really nice. Doesn't really matter if it's not perfect figure of 8. Just moving in novel movements. And then from here, we're walking the hands back up the body, grounding down through our right side to allow the left foot to stretch out long. Sole of the foot to the ground. We're just going to move to the right side to begin. And come back. Right side. And come back. Now opposite side. Place the right hand onto the hip. Lift the left hand up and over. And up and over. And really nice. Keep breathing through it. Deep, steady breaths. And lovely. From here, keep that leg out. Walk the hands down to the mat. Find your position and then slide your left foot out to the side to come into your lunge. Use your blocks. Keep nice space between bump and your knee. Give yourself as much space as you need. Maybe you need more cushioning under the right knee. Fold up your blanket, roll up your mat. And then when you're in a comfortable position, you're walking the blocks back, lifting the toes, pressing back. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, forward. Really nice. Exhale, come back. Inhale, forward. Keep breathing, maybe close down the eyes. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to bring it forward once more. We're going to allow the blocks to come down, place the hands to the ground, and slide your left foot out wide so that you can come into a rocking position. Bum all the way to the heel and come forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Really nice. Step that left foot back in and then walk your toes a little bit further away from one another. And then we're going to press into our downward dog all the way up. Stretch it back. And then we're walking the feet in and the hands in at the same time to come all the way up. So we're pressing into our hands all the way up the body. Slowly, slowly, your head is the last thing to lift. As you come up, find your strong Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back. And then have your hands out and really nice. From here, a really nice thing to do when you're coming close to your birthing date. You can, if you find your bump is getting really heavy, it can be really nice to just interlace the fingers under the bump and lift. And just give a little rock side to side. This can be a nice one for walking up and down the mat also. So if you have anything in the way, just move it to one side. And you can rock the hips up and back, side to side motion. This kind of tick-tock feeling. And then we're going to go backwards as well, ensuring there's nothing behind you. But it can be a really nice way to trick the brain almost. Can we focus on walking backwards, taking away that feeling of concentrating on just the surge rather than whatever else is going on. And then coming to stillness here, we're placing the hands under the hips and we're creating those big circles again, standing this time. And this time I want you to try visualize a spiral moving out really wide at the beginning. And then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until you come to stillness with the hips in the center. And then can you do it the opposite direction, but this time getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if that visualization doesn't work well for you today, maybe you could visualize, as you do your hip circles, a pebble in the water. So as you throw the pebble into the water, there's this ripple effect of the circles spreading round, getting bigger and bigger as they move away from the pebble in the center. And then we'll release it, come back to center, round and round. Really nice. From here, you're going to step your legs a little bit wider. If baby is not in optimal position, maybe keep the feet parallel. If you're feeling like you're feeling strong and baby's in optimal position, you're going to have your heels pointing towards each other, your toes pointing away, and we're coming into a half goddess. So we're placing our hands onto our legs and we're just going to rock side to side with the hips. Wagging the tail. Bringing in some noise here. Relaxing the jaw. Really nice. And then from here, if another breath that can work really well for some women is our lion's breath. And this can feel really powerful. And if you've got a lot of energy inside you that you want to get out, it may be a nice one. So we're going to inhale, we're going to reach up, legs are straight. And as we exhale, we come back into this half goddess, but we slap the inside of our legs and we stick out our tongue as our exhale. Inhale, we lift it up. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. One more. Exhale. Really nice. And then come back to this rocking kind of sensation and walk it all the way back. Really nice. So we're going to bring the feet back in a little bit more together. And we're going to come into our balancing pose, our tree pose. So we have lots of options here. We can bring the hands together at prayer. We can bring them out wide if that finds a little bit more balance for you. And we're going to keep our right foot rooted to the ground. The heel of our left foot is going to come to the inside of our right leg. And we can move it up a little bit higher each time, either to the ankle, to the shin, or maybe above the knee. Great. Pressing in, squeezing the legs together, and just find a little bit of balance here. Find a drishti, a place for your eyes to follow and stare, a focal point. And then allow it all to melt down back to Tadasana position. We're going over to the opposite side. Just a little bit of balance in this body that's ever changing. Find the position that you want to be in. And then bring the arms out wide or to prayer. And your balance can feel a little bit different in this ever-changing body. So don't go too hard on yourself, whatever works. And then release it. Really nice. We're going to come back to facing towards the front of the mat. And then from here, grounding through the right foot, we're sliding the left foot behind us. We're train tracking the feet so the right foot is slightly to the right, the left foot is slightly to the left. Straight legs here. Place the hands onto the hips. Keep the legs straight, maybe a micro bend in the knees, but we're leaning forward to come into our triangle pose. Gaze is down. Take a breath. Feel that nice lengthening down the right leg. Really nice. And then begin to exhale to lift back up, squeeze through the sphincters. Inhale, we reach forward, leading through the crown of the head. Feel as though there's a light at the crown of the head and it's shining forward. Keep shining that light. And then take a few breaths here. And then as you exhale, we're lifting up through the pelvic floor, hugging baby and coming back. Really nice. And then we're sliding that left foot forward once more. Take a little hop through the knees. And then slide the right foot back. The left foot is grounded this time. Train track the feet, give you a bit more balance. Place the hands onto the hips. Take in a breath. Exhale the breath. Inhale, come forward. Find that crown of the head, gazing. That light shining forward. Take a few deep breaths here. And then exhale, we're coming all the way back up. Squeeze through the sphincters. Feel that lift through the pelvic floor. And then come forward again on an inhale. Really nice. And then we're exhaling, coming back up. Lovely. From here, we're going to slide that right foot forward. Take a few moments here. And we're going to move through our version of a flow. We're inhaling, reaching the arms to the sky. We're exhaling, we're walking the hands down the front of the legs. We're finding those blocks at the front, bringing them to their highest height. We're folding here, and then we're reaching into the blocks to give a straight spine, gazes down. And then we're walking the blocks back along with the legs to bring the knees down. Really nice. And then from here, we're stepping that left foot all the way to the front. We're pressing into the right foot and we're lifting to come into a lunge. And then we're using our knee on our left side to press into it, come into a warrior two pose. Right hand goes behind, left hand to the front. Keep a bend in that front knee, and then we're reversing the walk. Keep breathing, exhale to come back up. Really nice. Then we're flipping the hands to the front, and we're finding those blocks again. And then we're stepping that right foot forward and coming back to the height to lengthen our back. Then we walk the hands up the body. Find your Tadasana. And we'll do the opposite side. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, micro bend through the knees. Walk the hands down the legs. Find those blocks. And then we're walking the legs back to bring the knees down. Find the blocks under your hands. And then allow that right foot, use the help of your hand to step it out to one side. Press into the blocks again, untuck the back toe, lift the back leg. Find strength through your feet as you lift the blocks onto their higher height. Place the hands onto the right knee and come all the way up. Warrior two, both soles of the feet flat to the ground. Arms stretch out wide at shoulder height. Flip the warrior. Left hand comes down the back leg, right hand up and over. And then flip them around to the front. Windmill the arms to the front. And find the blocks again. Bringing the left leg all the way to the front. And just take a few moments here to wag the tail. Now, if it's in your practice and if you would like to come into a squat today, we're going to come into a full version of a squat. If this is not something you feel comfortable with today, that is no problem. We've got 2 or 3 options here. So we can place something behind us so that the heels can come up onto them. Or we can place 2 blocks side by side like this. And so our heels can come onto them. And then we come down into the squat. If this is not feeling comfortable for you today, it's no problem. You can just come down onto your knees. That's fine. No problem. If you would like to follow me by placing the heels onto blocks, keep the knees wide. We're just going to take a few breaths here. If you are nearly due, it's good, no matter what position baby is in, to do your squats. It can be really good for your pelvis to get baby down and engaged. But if baby's not in an optimal position and you still have a good little while to go, then squats are not recommended. So tap into your body and how you're feeling. Just take a few breaths here. Start to slow down the breath. Quieten the mind. Really nice. And then when you're ready, open the eyes. Allow the knees to come to the floor. And find all those lovely comforts around you. Placing socks on. Placing everything cozy around you. Either come to lying on your left side. Or maybe you want to sit up with the support of something behind you. We're just going to start to slow the practice down. Just take a few moments to get yourself set up, get comfortable and cozy. Slow it all down. And when you've got all of those bits that you need around you, we're just going to end the practice with one more pose on each side before coming to our savasana. So when you've got your jumpers on, your blanket side beside you, before you come into your savasana, we're just going to move very slowly into our pigeon. So if you'd like to have something close by to place onto your eye of whatever side you're on, that can be really nice. Otherwise, when you're in your all fours position, you're going to slide one foot slightly back, bring the right knee close to the right wrist, and slide the right foot in line with the left hand. And then we're walking that back leg down. We're just going to stay here for a few moments using the breath work that we began with. You can either use your 3-part breath, or if you're feeling a little bit warm, to come into your cooling breath. Or if you want to just do your soft rose petal lips, that can be nice too. And if you want to come down further into the pose, onto the forearms or onto the elbows, supporting the chin and head in your arms, or using the blocks, whatever feels good for you. And then slowly start to walk everything out. Bring that left knee slightly forward to lift the hips and slide the right foot back. We're going to stretch it all the way back, press into the toes and press the heel towards the floor. Just give a little stretch before placing the right knee down. And then we're sending that left knee all the way up to the left hand, the left foot in line with the right hand, and we're walking the leg back. Whatever position feels good, take a few moments before going deeper into the pose. And maybe this time you try a different breath or a counting breath. Either your square breathing, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Or maybe you're simply just inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6. You've lots of tools in your box now to be able to come back to when you need them. Taking a few more moments here. And then slowly walk the hands back up. This time we're sliding over to one side to release both legs to the front, finding all the cushions and blankets that you might need and coming down into your savasana. Closing down the eyes, getting nice and comfortable. Getting ready for a guided relaxation. Relaxing the face and the pelvis. Getting ready for a mindset around hypnobirthing and birthing in general. Settle yourself into this gentle practice by just making yourself comfortable. However your comfort guides you, letting your eyes close softly and gently and allowing yourself to become quiet, relaxed and still. Just take a long and gentle breath as you quietly begin to focus inward for a while. You can acknowledge sounds coming and going and let them be whatever they are. Use my words merely as pointers to your own quiet internal experience. Notice your breath, not controlling your breath, just letting your breath be whatever it is. Bring your experience to the sensation of your face. Noticing the temperature of the air as it rests against your skin. Noticing your face. How it feels in this moment. And gently allowing your face to relax. Allowing your face to release. Noticing how soft your face feels as it softens and settles. Noticing your forehead relaxing gently, eyes so soft, eyelashes resting so softly on your cheeks, and your cheeks gently relax. Even your ears gently relax. Thinking down to your lips, gently relax. So soft, whether closed or gently parted. Your jaw gently relaxing too, relaxing and releasing. Tongue gently relaxing and teeth gently relaxing too. Shoulders dropped to their natural level. Just noticing every part of your face. How it feels. How gently relaxed it can feel. So soft, so settled, so easily, so effortlessly, just by focusing inward for a moment. Tuning into your own inner wisdom, acknowledging the deep connections within your body, seen or unseen, known or unknown. Deep connections that run deeper and deeper between your emotional and physical self. Deep connections between thoughts and feelings. Deep connections between confidence and trust. Connections between face and pelvis. Connections that as you gently and naturally relax the muscles of your face, you also gently and naturally relax your pelvis. Gently and naturally relaxing the muscles of your pelvic floor. Gently and naturally softening your perineum. Because even without trying, that connection between your face and your pelvis, that connection that works for you, for your birth, for your benefit, for your confidence and trust. Gently softening, relaxing and releasing your pelvis just by relaxing your face. And now feeling the inner wisdom, that effortless connection between face and pelvis. That connection that can be used by you to your highest benefit whenever you relax your face. Whenever you relax your face, you can relax your pelvis and allow that connection to grow gently and naturally without even trying. So you can allow your pelvis to soften and release, relaxing gently and naturally, just as it will when you birth your baby. So take a moment now, notice with curiosity, with no effort at all, these natural internal connections combining, working, gently relaxing so naturally, so easily and so softly, settling, relaxing, releasing. Each and every time you choose to practice this mindful relaxation, find a moment to soften gently. You are so strong and in power of your own body. Allow yourself to tap in. Now in your own time, start bringing your awareness back towards the here and now. Listening to the sounds around you. Noticing not just your face and your pelvis, but your whole body, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Opening your eyes softly and gently, feeling confident in your own internal journey and your ability to gently soften and relax your pelvis when you need to. In your own time, back up into your seated position once more. Keeping the eyes gently closed down. Bringing your hands to your bum. Taking a few minutes to say hello to baby. And then slowly moving the hands from your bump into prayer position. And ending our practice with an Om. Inhale deeply. Exhale. We end our practice by bringing our thumbs in between our eyebrows, bowing our heads, and saying namaste.